Hello everyone, Namaste. How are you doing? Good. I would like to welcome to the English class of grade 10. Dear students, please come closer to your television set with your textbook, exercise book, pen or pencil and some other necessary materials. Are you ready, dear students? Good. Dear students, today we will discuss on speaking and listening. Yes? What do we do today? Good. We'll discuss on speaking and listening. Dear students, first of all, we'll talk about speaking. You have a picture here. You have two pictures. Let's talk about this picture. What can you see in the picture? Can you guess who are they? Good. You can see there is a poster about a movie. Okay. And what is the name of the movie? Hachi, a dog's tail. That's great. And this is a movie hall and you can see two people there. Do you know who are they? Good. They are Manav and Sunita. What are they doing there? Yes, they are in the cinema hall and perhaps they are going to watch movie, right? Okay. So today Manav is going to ask opinions about watching Hachi and Sunita is going to express her opinion about watching movie. Is that okay? Good. So let us go with these first conversations. Yes, can you read the instruction for me, please? Great. Speaking conversation 1. A. Act out the following conversations. That's great. Okay, can you read for me, please? What does Manav say? How do you feel about the movie Hachi, a dog's tale? Can you repeat, please? How do you feel about the movie Hachi, a dog's tale? And you have Sunita to respond her, right? Can you read for me, please? That's great. I feel it's a great movie. I really liked it. Yeah. So you have Manav and Sunita. They are talking about movie. And what is Manav doing? Manav is asking opinions about watching a movie. Okay. What is the name of the movie? Good. Hachi, a dog's tale. Okay. And what is Sunita doing? Yeah. That's good. Sunita is expressing her opinion about the movie. That's good. Dear students, let me show you another picture here. What can you see in the picture? Right. Yeah, do you know him? Good. He's a famous football player, right? Lionel Messi. And he's playing football. He's showing his skills, right? So how can you ask for the opinions on football? Yes? Good. So what do you think of football? Can you repeat? Good. What do you think of football? And can you guess how can you share or how can you express your opinion on football? Good. So I think it's fun, right? I think it's fun. Okay. Now let us go with next picture. What can you see there in the picture? Great. There is a man. What is he doing? Rock climbing, right? Okay. So how can you express your or how can you ask for your opinion on rock climbing? Can you guess? All right. So What do you think of rock climbing? Repeat after me, please. What do you think of rock climbing? And how to express opinions? Yeah, I don't think it's safe. Isn't it? I don't think it's safe. Let us go with another example. Okay, you have a picture here. Can you guess what is the name of the sports? Right, it's bungee jumping. And how can you ask for opinions on bungee jumping? Can you guess? Good. So, what is your opinion about bungee jumping? Please, can you repeat again? Great. What is your opinion about bungee jumping? And how do you express your opinions? That's great. It sounds exciting. That's good. Now you have another picture here. It's oh yes, it's swimming, right? Do you like swimming, dear students? There are some people who prefer swimming, and there are also some people who do not like swimming, right? So how can you ask for the opinions on swimming? Good. Would you try swimming? You can ask like, would you try swimming? And how is B going to answer? I'm sorry. Perhaps B doesn't like swimming, so I'm sorry. It seems boring. Dear students, with these examples, did you get some ideas on asking for opinions? Good. So when we are going to ask for opinions, we may use the exponents like, what is your opinion about? Or, what do you think of? Or, you have another way, how do you feel about? Right? Or, what are your views on? Right? So, these are the phrases that you can ask, that you can use for asking for opinions. And for expressing opinions, okay, how do you express your opinions? Yes, there are some phrases like, you can use some phrases like, I think, and you can express your opinions. I think bungee jumping is interesting. Or, I don't think, and you can give your opinions. You can also use the phrases like, it sounds interesting, or it sounds boring. Okay, or you can also use the phrase like, it looks fun, right? It looks nice. And you can also use some adjectives for while expressing your opinions, like interesting, dangerous, or fun, or challenging. And there are some like, okay, we did do some examples on sports like bungee jumping, football, we talk about rock climbing or swimming, right? So the students, I hope you have some ideas on how to ask for opinions and how to express your opinions. Dear students, now we'll go to the second task, that is speaking, that is conversation 2. Okay, you have a picture there. Can you tell something about the picture? That's good. Looks like a shoe shop, right? Okay, you have a customer and the salesperson there. Perhaps, you know, they are having conversation on buying shoes, perhaps. So let's go for that, shall we? Good. Okay, so Jane says, Jane is a customer there, and she says, can you read for me, please? Good. Excuse me, I would like to buy a pair of shoes. Can you help me? Can you help me? Good. And there's a salesperson, right? She says, yes, of course. What do you think of these brown shoes? What do you think, right, of these brown shoes? So using this, please mind the phrases again. What do you think? Okay, just to ask for opinions, we use the phrases like, what do you think? And now, how does Jen respond? I think, okay, she is expressing her opinions, and she says, I think they are gorgeous, but they look better in a different color. Have you got a pair in black? Have you got a pair in black? Okay. Her opinion is that, okay, she did not like the color. She wants to change the color. And look, let's look at the salesperson. Yes, here you are. Okay, she gives the black one, and she says, how do you feel about this? How do you feel? Again, she's looking for her opinions, Jane's opinion, right? So she uses the phrase like, how do you feel about this? And Jane answers, I guess they're splendid. I like them a lot. I guess, right? I guess, I think, I believe. So these are the ways of asking for opinions and giving opinions or expressing opinions. Being based upon this conversation, dear students, now we'll different ways of asking opinions. Like, how can you ask for opinions? Good. What is your opinion about? Can you repeat, please? Good. What is your opinion about? Or you can also use the phrases like, what do you think of? What do you think of football? What is your opinion about football? Or you can also use the phrases like, how do you feel about football? That's good. Now, yes, you have another sports here, right? Can you guess? Perhaps, you're right. It seems like wrestling. Do you really think wrestling is good? Yeah. What are your views on wrestling? Can you make sentence? Can you ask for opinions on wrestling? Good. Would you try wrestling? Good. So, dear students, there are different ways of giving opinions. You can use like, in my view, I think. This one? Good. I believe. Yeah. I hold the opinion. Yeah. Okay, now we have another exercises. So we'll go to the talks B. Can you read the instruction for me, please? Good. It says, study the following expressions used for asking and giving opinions. Asking for opinions and giving opinions. Right. So first of all, let's go for asking opinions. So can you recall? Yes. You can use expressions like, what is your opinion about? What is next? What do you think of? Yeah. And you can put the subject there. How do you feel about? Like, how do you feel about football? How do you feel about bungee jumping? Or you can use the phrases like, do you really think bungee jumping is interesting? Or do you really think rock climbing is dangerous? That's good. You can ask the opinions like, what are your views on swimming? All right. Or what are your views on going and outing? Yes. What about this? Good. What's your opinion on playing basketball? Or what's your feeling about watching movie? All right. Okay. And we also did talk about some ways on giving opinions. And can you recall some phrases that you use for expressing opinions? Good. So what was the first? Right. That was, in my view, or in my opinion, or you can use like personally, I believe, or you can use personally, I feel, and you can express your opinions. As far as I'm concerned, okay, football is very interesting, or football is the best games in the world, or something like that, you know. And you can use the phrase like, I think, or I believe, or I hold the opinion. Yes. Dear students, now, yes. Now let's go for this task. Can you read for me? Good. Work in pairs, take turns to ask for and give opinions on the following things. Good. Okay, there are different, contexts, like you'll talk about Nepali movies. Okay, we are going to express asking for opinions on Nepali movies and expressing opinions on that. And we have another topic like social media. Yeah, how do you feel about social media or something like that? Okay, we can have a very short conversation on social media, or we can have a short conversation on television, on homework. You have examination, and you have politics, right? We have, okay, these are the certain contexts given in our textbook. So we'll try on that. Okay, so first of all, let's go with Nepali movie. Okay, so now it's please imagine you're going to ask opinions on Nepali movie. So can you guess how do you ask for the opinions? Good. And what about the answer, or what about the expressing opinions on Nepali movie? Good. Hope, dear students. So let me present a model conversation over here, like, what is your opinion about Nepali movie? And be response like, personally I believe Nepali movies are brilliant, but the plot is easily predictable. What is your views on that? Okay, because you are taking turns. Okay, and what about the A? And A answers, in my view, they have engaging plot and memorable climax. This is how we'll practice. You can have conversation on different topics. So I've just brought here, this is about social media. This is the the sample or model conversation for you. We have television, like, what is your opinion on television? I think television is entertaining. What are your views on that? It says, I believe television is a good source of information. So you can have practice on homework. All right, please take your time, and you can take a turns with your friends or pair, and you can have a conversation on it. Okay, so for example, examinations. The students, you're going to be A and I'll be B. Okay, we'll practice this conversation. We'll give it a try. Now my turn. In my view, examination improves learning because teachers provide feedback on the shortcomings of their students. Now I will ask your opinions. Do you really think examination is useful? Please read. That's great. Okay, similarly, we can have the conversation on politics. Dear students, so to conclude on speaking, Anna, so we for asking opinions with the phrase like, what do you think? What do you think of your new teacher? Yeah, good. How do you feel about the new office? What is your opinion on cricket? This one? Good. Do you agree with the new plan? Yes. Do you agree with Badri? As a teacher, what is your opinion? Okay. Or as an accountant, what is your view on that? So you can use these phrases, these expressions for asking for opinions and for giving opinions like, in my view or in my opinion, personally, I believe or I feel. Good. As far as I'm concerned, I think, I believe, or okay, I hold the opinion, yes. Dear students, hope you get some ideas on how to express opinions and how to ask for opinions. Dear students, now we will go to the next task, that is listening. Okay. So before we do that listening task, we have the activity A, and it says, look at the picture and answer these questions. Okay. Can you guess? What is this? This is a movie hall, perhaps. You can have lots of popcorns there. Okay, popcorns with cheese. Okay, so we have the questions like, can you read the first question? What does it say? What do you think it is? Okay, you have a picture there. What do you think it is? Yeah, it's like a movie theater. Okay, in American English we call it a movie theater. In British English we call it cinema hall. And Indian English we call it cinema hall, or British English we call it cinema. Or in the a business that contains auditoria for viewing films for public entertainment. Okay, especially this is a movie theater, and it's also called cinema, and there are different names for it. Okay, so why do we go there? We go there to watch a movie, of course. And there's another question: how do you buy movie tickets? You can go in person and you can buy ticket cash in hand, and you can also book your tickets, right? Dear students, now we'll play the audio for the first time, and when you hear the audio for the first time, be familiar with the context, what we're going to talk about. Okay, so shall we play the audio for the first time? That's good. Here you go.
Welcome to Film World Cinemas. For film information and times, press 1. To make a booking, press 2. To speak to an operator, press 3. These are the films for today, Tuesday the 7th. Please note that ticket prices are €5 for adults and €3.50 for children under 14. On screen 1, Don't Open the Door. A group of college students decide to rent a house in the mountains for a relaxing weekend break, but they aren't the only guests on the mountain. One by one they start to disappear. Who or what is outside the house? Showing at 4:30, 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Screen 2, Ships in the Night. Maggie splits up with her boyfriend and decides to take a holiday on a cruise ship to help her forget him. Tony is a waiter on the ship, and he is very unhappy when his girlfriend leaves him to marry the captain. Together they find a way to forget their problems. Showing at 5 o'clock, 7:45 and 10:15. Screen 3, Street Match, The Return. the second film of French director Jean-Luc Ducroix. Two American teenagers buy an old car, and with a lot of hard work, and after a lot of problems, they enter their car into the street match competition. But is their car good enough to win? Showing at 5:50, 8:30 and 11:45. Screen 4, Lulu, It's a Dog's Life. This lovable little dog decides to leave home to look for fame and fortune in the big city. But after a series of hilarious events, he realizes that life in the country isn't so bad after all. From the makers of Shrek and Shark Tale, this is fun for all the family. Showing at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 8:45.
Okay, dear students, you have heard an audio script here. Okay, there was a conversation, there was information about film old service. Now, here is the talks B, and there are certain talks that we have to do now. Can you read the instruction for me? Good. Talks B, listen to the audio and match the movies with the screen. So, in the left hand corner, you have the screens like screen 1, screen 2, screen 3, screen 4. So, how many screens are there? Yes, there are 4 screens, and in the 4 different screens, there are different movies. So, what are the movies? Yeah, Street Match, Ships in the Night, Lulu, Don't Open the Door. Okay, these are the name of movies, and you can watch them in different screens. Now, you will hear the audio for the second time, and you will solve this problem. Okay, you will do the task. What is your job? Good, dear students. Your job is to match the movies with the screens. Ready now? Good. Let's go for the second time.
Welcome to Film World Cinemas. For film information and times, press 1. To make a booking, press 2. To speak to an operator, press 3. These are the films for today, Tuesday the 7th. Please note that ticket prices are €5 for adults and €3.50 for children under 14. On screen 1, Don't Open the Door. A group of college students decide to rent a house in the mountains for a relaxing weekend break, but they aren't the only guests on the mountain. One by one they start to disappear. Who or what is outside the house? Showing at 4:30, 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Screen 2, Ships in the Night. Maggie splits up with her boyfriend and decides to take a holiday on a cruise ship to help her forget him. Tony is a waiter on the ship, and he is very unhappy when his girlfriend leaves him to marry the captain. Together they find a way to forget their problems. Showing at 5 o'clock, 7:45 and 10:15. Screen 3, Street Match, The Return. The second film of French director Jean-Luc Ducroix. Two American teenagers buy an old car, and with a lot of hard work, and after a lot of problems, they enter their car into the street match competition. But is their car good enough to win? Showing at 5:50, 8:30 and 11:45. Screen 4, Lulu, It's a Dog's Life. This lovable little dog decides to leave home to look for fame and fortune in the big city. But after a series of hilarious events, he realizes that life in the country isn't so bad after all. From the makers of Shrek and Shark Tale, this is fun for all the family. Showing at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 8:45.
Dear students, you heard the audio for the second time, right? So here you have the screens, and here you have different name of the movies, right? Screen 1, screen 2, screen 3 and screen 4. And you have name of the movies like Street Match. What is this? Good. Ships in the Night, Lulu, and Don't Open the Door. Okay, so you have heard the audio. Now screen 1, what is the name of the movie that you see in the screen 1? That's good. Don't Open the Door. Don't open the door. What about screen 2? Good. It's ships in the night. Ships in the night. What about screen 3? Good. We have street match. And the last but not the least, right? Screen 4. Lulu. That's correct. Okay. Well done. Good job, dear students. Now, we'll go for the next exercise. Shall we go for that? Sure. Thank you. Dear students, before we go for the final and the third time to play the audio, you have to read the questions. Please, if you read questions as many times as you can, it will be very helpful for you. Okay? So, see, fill in the gaps with the words from the audio. So, what are the questions? Can you please read them? Good. People are asked to press ... to book the ticket for the movies. Next, ticket prices are €5 for... you have to find the word. Next, the number of movies shown on the day are... how many movies are shown on the day? You have to find the number. What about next? In the movie Ships in the Night, Maggie wants to forget... you have to find the phrase. What about E? Good. The movie Lulu is about... That's good. Dear students, hope you're ready now. Now we'll go for... I'll play the audio for the third time. Okay? Please be very careful. Okay? And find the answers. Here you go.
Welcome to Film World Cinemas. For film information and times, press 1. To make a booking, press 2. To speak to an operator, press 3. These are the films for today, Tuesday the 7th. Please note that ticket prices are €5 for adults and €3.50 for children under 14. On screen 1, Don't Open the Door. A group of college students decide to rent a house in the mountains for a relaxing weekend break, but they aren't the only guests on the mountain. One by one they start to disappear. Who or what is outside the house? Showing at 4:30, 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Screen 2, Ships in the Night. Maggie splits up with her boyfriend and decides to take a holiday on a cruise ship to help her forget him. Tony is a waiter on the ship, and he is very unhappy when his girlfriend leaves him to marry the captain. Together they find a way to forget their problems. Showing at 5 o'clock, 7:45 and 10:15. Screen 3, Street Match, The Return. The second film of French director Jean-Luc Ducroix. Two American teenagers buy an old car, and with a lot of hard work, and after a lot of problems, they enter their car into the street match competition. But, is their car good enough to win? Showing at 5:50, 8:30 and 11:45. Screen 4, Lulu, It's a Dog's Life. This lovable little dog decides to leave home to look for fame and fortune in the big city. But after a series of hilarious events, he realizes that life in the country isn't so bad after all. From the makers of Shrek and Shark Tale, this is fun for all the family. Showing at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 8:45.
That's good, dear students. Hope you solved the questions. Now, let's check the answers, okay? Can you read question number 1? Good. People are asked to press... What's your answer? Good. 1. Right? People are asked to press 1 to book the tickets for the movies. Your answer is right. What would be? Ticket prices are €5 for... Good. Please check your answers. What's that? Good. Adults, ADULTS. Yes, ADULTS, adults. Number C, The number of movies shown on the day are good. 4. F-O-U-R. How to spell? F-O-U-R. 4. And what about next? In the movie Ships in the Night, Maggie wants to forget. Good. Maggie wants to forget her B-O-Y, boy, F-R-I-E-N-D, yeah, boyfriend, right? Her boyfriend. And what about next? The last but not the least, the movie Lulu is about good. Just like Hachi, it's about D-O-G apostrophe dog's life, right? It's about dog's life. And dear students, don't forget to keep full stop over here. Thank you, dear students. Well done. Now, we will go with exercise D. Can you please read? Good. Which of the movie mentioned in the audio would you like to watch and why? So far, we did hear about 4 movies. Now, among these 4, if you're given the choice, which one of them would you like and why? That's good. So, I have presented some model answers here. For example, so far I'm concerned, I would love to watch Don't Open the Door. Why? It is about a group of college students who decide to rent a house in the mountain for relaxing weekend break. They are the only guests on the mountain, but very interesting about the movie is that they started to disappear one by one. And I want to know who or what is outside the house. Where do they disappear? And what is the mystery behind? It has made me so excited to watch. Dear students, some of you might prefer another movie that is Ships in the Night, and you can have these moral answers. And you also might prefer the movie Lulu, and if you do so, you can have the moral answer like, I think, because you express your opinion, I would love to watch Lulu because I'm the dog lover. It's about dog's life. The lovable little dog Lulu decides to leave home to find fortune in the big city, and there is a series of hilarious events in he realizes that life in the country is not so bad after all, and I want to know about those hilarious moments in his life, so I could watch it with my family and we would have lots of fun. Dear students, we have come to the end of today's class. Hope you got some ideas on how to express your opinions and how to ask for the opinions of the people, and at the same time you enjoyed listening text. I will see you next class. Thank you very much. Have a good time. Bye.